Guys, when you get to this point, if you're at this point, congratulations. This is the best bit about this business.
You've managed to sit through our course. You've done really well, and it's time to systemize your business. One more step to making it passive, I'd say. And this is the point where I think me and you really realise the power of
eBay.
of eBay, and also kind of
A2E.
Ooh, yeah.
The power of A2E.
A2E.
It's fantastic because everything that we've taught you in the course, effectively you can teach to anyone.
You can teach someone else. And that's what we realised as well.
Yeah.
As soon as we learned all this, and I was slogging away, I mean, we took a little while to get the VA, a virtual advisor, involved. And
because they've never done it.
No, and so we got to a point where I was just still trading time for money. I was doing like 5 or 6 hours a day, just customer service, listing, everything. Bear in mind, the way we list now is way quicker. Bear in mind...
Oh, yeah, we hadn't learned the lessons that you guys have already learned.
And we sort of took a long time to do a lot of things. The speed of just getting not received cases done or referencing returns and everything like that. We took a lot longer to do it back then. Then once we got a bit more efficient at it, we then taught it to a virtual advisor. These virtual advisors are more affordable than you think.
Oh, yeah.
And don't be scared of interviewing these people and taking someone on board, and you're effectively employing someone, which is actually, I find, is actually exciting.
Really
the
exciting.
fact that we have 3 and soon 4 VAs working for us, it's amazing, and it feels strange. You're like, oh, I'm a bit of a boss now, kind of thing, And it's a good feeling. It's quite empowering, and we're helping them as well because they're getting a decent wage for them, and we're getting so much out of it. There's so much value in it. They do all our customer service, all our messages. And now they're telling us what to do.
Yeah. They're
like the pros.
Yeah, exactly. We've had to go to them a few times about this course. Oh, can you just remind us what happens here? And they go, oh, well, this is a really effective way of doing it. We're like, oh, cool.
And our original VA, she is absolutely amazing. She's priceless. We give her bonuses as well. We've just given her a nice big Christmas bonus. She deserves every single penny of that. Because she does such a great job. I think I need to tell her more often she does a great job. I think she'll get sick of it though, really.
Yeah.
But she knows we appreciate her, and she really appreciates it as well. So we've enjoyed taking her on board, and she's enjoyed the journey as well. And yeah, I mean, she's said everything's helped her as well.
Definitely. So. And as we said, guys, virtual assistants are so much more affordable than you think.
Yeah.
So, and this is why we recommend that you do it sooner rather than later, because value your time. Your time is your greatest asset.
Yeah.
If you've got more time taken away from customer service and things like that, you've got more time to test, more time to grow your accounts, all that.
Yeah.
So to start with a VA,
where do you find them? Where do we find VAs? Now I was quite fortunate. I think the reason why we found them was I saw someone on YouTube doing it for eBay already. And then it gave me the idea, but there are so many different places you can go to, but the best place we find we go to where you get someone who's hardworking, who's affordable, and you can just speak to them, that you're not having to go through, you only have to go through the platform once, the sort of agency as such, is onlinejobs.ph. There it is in Google, and it should come up. There we go. Now, it's the reason why it's called onlinejobs.ph. .ph is actually the Philippines version of, say, .co.uk, so it's their URL. So it'll go straight onto that website, and this is like a big online agency where people from the Philippines can log in and they can find a job, and that's where we, as, say, employers, can post a job.
Yeah, precisely. So as it says, world's largest and safest marketplace for finding rockstar Filipino workers. Now, as you can see, there's all sorts of jobs here that they're advertising for. We just advertise for virtual assistant. Recommend you do the same. You do have to subscribe to this website. I think it costs initially something like £100, and then I think a little bit extra to pay. I think maybe 150 quid max. But it's a subscription. So guys, if you're going to do this, get your ad out. You will have hundreds of applicants within literally half a day. So don't worry about, oh no, we've just got to apply for my job.
Yeah. I remember, just take the action to do that as well.
Definitely.
Just go in, bearing in mind what you want out of it. What do you want out of your VA? We know that eventually it's who you're suited to. So we were really lucky that we found the one we did. The experience she had as well was minimal. Her actual dropshipping experience or customer service was very, very, hardly any. However, we got along with her really well. Her English, which is really important, her English was really good. Her written English was really good, which is, again, very, very important. And the speed at which she could work. And her problem-resolving skills. If you can get Definitely the ones that she has is good English, really good written English. Her problem solving is great, and the speed at which she can work, her work ethic is amazing. And because we got those, we chose her over people with more experience.
Way more experience. And yeah, so how you interview these people is going to be through Skype.
So here we go. So you got your free trial, but you can only do like 3 job posts, approval time 2 days, and it is, you can try that, but we recommend you upgrade. So you can go on to Pro, which is $69. And then you can go on to $19. Now we recommend $99 because you can contact more people, and you can have these checks and everything, and that's much better to be able to get those data checks. So $99, you only pay it once, and what's that, about £75? So it's not that much really to be able to find someone who's going to help systemize your business.
Just make sure you cancel it as soon as you found that person. Yeah, you can interview them over Skype as well, and you know. As I say, you will have hundreds of people applying to
Definitely.
this. So just try
Skype was the best thing we used. It was really handy, wasn't it?
Just shortlist a couple of people and then get them on board. When you get them on board, don't just overflow them with work. Dip their toes in the water. Start with just customer service, returns, item not received cases, and then you can grow them to be a more core part of your business.
There's a time when you're interviewing them and you might get a bit... We were very fortunate. We saw... The person we've taken on board, we saw it clearly. We're going to take her because she's showed us the most potential, and we got along with her well, which is important. But if there's a bit of a tie between the two, and you really can't decide, you can do a trial. It's a paid trial, but do a trial. It might be, say, you just get them to do a little bit of work. You give them a piece of work to do. You ask them. You see if you can teach each of them and see how they pick it up. And if one responds better to it or likes it, then you're going to pick that person. So you could do like a 1 week or 2 week trial. So again, just don't let that be a barrier to picking someone.
Don't. Once you have somebody on board, you can then distance yourself. The thing is as well, we recommend you do this as early as possible to value your time. Now, a lot of people, and we included when we first started this, we were like, well, why are we going to employ somebody full time, 40 hours a week, to do a job which takes me only 2, maybe 3 hours at an absolute maximum every evening? And by the way, that was when our accounts were big and we had a lot going on. We should have done it way earlier. So really, in relative terms, it will only be taking you maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Take them on anyway. Reason being, they will be able to grow into the position a lot more effectively.
Yeah.
It will be an investment, not a cost.
Yeah.
And as we say, how much does a VA cost?
Okay, so that is a very good question. So what we do is we for 40 hours a week, so that's how long they're going to be working for you for, and on hourly rate, it's about $1.85 to $2. This is US dollars an hour. So you're looking at about $80 a week, and that's pretty good.
Wow, so $320 in a month.
Yeah. And now what we do, we pay them about that, but we give them bonuses as well. And we're quite generous with the bonuses. We like to make sure we keep them happy. If they do a good job, we reward them even more. That's why just recently we've given bonuses like most paydays and stuff. But because our accounts have been doing well. And
so they do well.
Yeah, and they've done well.
Yeah.
And what opportunities we're giving them is they get to work from home because that's the opportunities they're looking for. Like we've got two of our VAs are mums. And they get to be able to be there for their kids and have a job, bring income into the family. And
so long as they do their working hours in the day, we don't mind when they work either. So if they want to take a break for a couple hours, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't bother us.
Again, the opportunity gives is like flexibility for them. But yeah, the two main things is they'll work 40 hours a week if you find someone full time. If you don't need full time, you don't want that, you can go for part time as well. We recommend you pay them on an hourly rate. Because then if there might be some weeks where they might only be able to do, say, 35 hours and then you've asked them to do 40 or less if they've done 30, but they end up doing more because you're happy to do overtime, pay them on an hourly rate, $2 an hour start off with, then it's your decision if you want to deal with bonuses or upping their pay in the future.
Yeah, but at the same time, part-time you might think to go for that straight away. Once again, I would actually personally say full-time.
Yeah.
Yes, you're paying, they won't be filling all those hours to start with. They will as they grow into the role. And second of all, if you're looking for a part-time worker and then suddenly your account gets really big, you need them to be spending 40 hours a week, and they go, oh no, my contract was only 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
You've then got to find somebody else, another person.
Yeah.
And then you're going to sort of feel like, well, that 20 hours a week person is maybe... a wasted investment, as it turns out. So,
and we found that they work really hard for us if we're their sole sort of employer as well.
Yes, exactly. Another thing VAs are quite commonly known for, part-timers anyway, is that they'll get a part-time job with yourself, and then they'll have 5 other employees who are also employing them part-time. Now, I'm not saying that's bad. That's nothing against them either. That's completely fair enough.
Yeah.
But their focus is so split. I don't think they're going to be running your accounts at 100%, optimized. Get somebody who's going to commit to you long term and commit to them long term.
Yeah. And the last thing as well, and you're probably thinking of this, I know that we thought we've gone over hours, we've gone over pay, and interviewing them on Skype. The last thing is you might be thinking how we pay them. So what we did is onlinejobs.ph wants you to stay with the website, you process the payment through there. Problem is that's expensive for us because we have to pay $100 a month forever. And then secondly, it's actually slower, and then it actually takes a few fees off as well. So we actually took it off the website as quick as we could. We started with paying by PayPal, which you can do. You can send it by friends and family as long as they set it up. Now, the only problem with that is we were sending it. It charges us a small fee, which is not so bad. But when it gets to them in dollars, because we can't send it in Filipino pesos, because that's the local currency. So they have to then change it into their currency, which then their banks will take a bit of money off them. So I thought, well, I don't want that to happen. I want them to get all the money.
Yeah.
So there's this really good app called Transferwise. It's free to download. It's on the Android and the Apple Store. Download it, and then you can send money. So it's in pounds at first. It then goes to Transferwise, a bank, and they change it into pesos, which is really good. They really appreciate it because they get it in their bank in their local currency.
All right, guys, that's all. We'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.